Something I definitely have and have had is imposter syndrome. You know, doing all these things and then still not feeling worthy of them.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Brave Beginnings, growing confident through conversations. Today's guest, we have Corin Silva.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
You're getting a round of applause, girl.
Already, you deserve one. You deserve one. So this podcast is all about growing confident through conversations. So I'm wondering, why do you think I've invited you?
Oh, that's a good question. For a conversation on confidence, I don't know. Yeah.
Would you say you're confident?
That's a weird one I've thought about a few times. Because people assume I am. And I guess I am in the sense that I can, walk onto a set, or I did some stand-up the other day. That was the most nervous I've ever been.
Did you?
I was so nervous. It was crazy. I was like, yeah.
So Corin is, we've not even introduced you. He's an actor. He's been in Rogue Heroes, Stags. He's smashing it right now, right? Are you allowed to say what else you've been in recently?
I got a film coming out. I just did some ADR for, which is going to be good. It's called Wasteman.
Amazing.
At the minute. Proper gritty prison drama.
Ooh,
yes.
Are you playing another bad guy?
I'm the bad guy.
He's always a bad guy.
I'm the bad guy.
So the stand-up, you weren't the bad guy?
No, that was just me. I think confidence, that's it. I think one of the reasons why I was so nervous is because it was my words. And not only is it my words, I'm trying to make people laugh, strangers, So there's like, you're doing a play, you can always hide behind, the writers, it's a shit script or whatever. Oh, it's not me, it's the direction. It's like, I know it's rubbish, but if it's your own words and you're trying to make people laugh, it's so nerve-wracking. I mean, I only did it once, so maybe the second time it'll be better.
And what made you do that though? So here you are saying it's the most nerve-wracking thing ever,
Yeah.
and that when you're on stage or you're on set, you can blame X, Y, Z for your shitty performance, which by the way, it's never shit.
Thank you.
But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
What made you lean into doing a stand-up?
Just because it's always scared me. I've always been nervous at the idea and always thought it'd be a good thing for a performer to be able to do.
So you do things that scare you? Sometimes.
Yeah, depends how much they scare me. Yeah, I guess I try to. If it comes to mind, then yeah. But then again, that it's weird because yes, I feel confident in many things, and then I'm also very self-conscious. I also, and I guess a lot of people are. Most people are. I envy the people that are not, that have that innate. Just I can do it. I can do anything, and then. I think that too, and then also I just beat myself up about things I've done or not talk to people that I really want to talk to, and you know what I mean?
Holding yourself back.
Yeah.
Do you think that people have that innate confidence, or do you think that they feel the fear and they just do it anyway?
I think it's a mixture of both.
You think there's some people out there that are like, I can do anything I want and they've got no fear?
Yeah, I do that.
that?
I think, do you know what?
Have you ever met one of them people?
No.
I've never met one of them people. If you're out there, let us know.
I think sometimes it comes from not like the mega rich, like there's some entity or whatever, but and there's no chip on my shoulder. But
Let me get it.
Yeah. No, but it's there's some kids that go to school and they go to Oxford and they got great family, whatever. But they've always been told, you are great. You know what I mean? If you get a kid, and your whole life you say, you're great, you're amazing, you will do anything, you're going to be Prime Minister, whatever. They're just yep, I can do anything. And I think, there's a chance that could turn sour and become snobbery, but it's not guaranteed. Or arrogance, But that self-belief, unshakable self-belief, that's to be admired, absolutely.
I kind of feel like I agree with you a little bit there, because I didn't grow up with much money or anything, but my mum, she would always say, you can do whatever you want to do. And then she'd give me a caveat. I don't know how. I don't know how you're going to do it.
Right.
I don't know
does.
how.
No one does.
But, and she'd also say, and I can't financially help you.
Yeah.
And I can't intellectually help you,
Yeah.
bless her. But you can do it. And I definitely think that she is part of the reason why I am quite driven. But I also think growing up in in a lack state meant that I always felt a little bit unworthy and a little bit undeserving.
Me too.
Did you, what was your growing up like?
Yeah, same. Very working class, and parents obviously loved me and did some and believed in me. But you do end up in a I think you end up with and something I definitely have and have had is the imposter syndrome. Doing all these things and then still not feeling worthy of them, and even though I bloody did them and I do deserve them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I remember when I first walked onto Rogues on season 1, and I'm working with someone like Jack O'Connell. He's one of the best. Like, I love him, and he's a great guy. I mean, he's such a fucking great actor, and I've always thought that. And Dom West and people like this, and I'm like, I walked in there, I was shitting myself, like so nervous, so getting insular, and then sometimes I overcompensate. I go into places. I remember I worked on a short film, Boiling Point, and it was with Stephen Graham, and I was just so nervous to work with, and that was even before this. So nervous to work with these people that I've thought about, and I've put them on a pedestal in my mind and heart. That I can either go insular and be like, oh Jesus Christ, like the imposter, but it's all the kind of imposter syndrome. Or I overcompensate and I'm yabbering away, and that's what I did then. I was just yapping, and just being a bit like too big, you know what I mean? Because and it's all nervousness, it's all self-confidence.
Yeah.
And on Rogues, I was just like, I don't know, I still get it now, I still get it now. It's like, I'm almost not saying in my full voice. I say things a little, like, even as the character, I feel like this, instead of just, because I do deserve to be where I am, you know what I mean? Innate.
Yeah. Before we continue, just mind you don't keep whacking.
Sorry.
He's an actor, he should know better.
That's true.
Where do you think that innate confidence comes from, that innate knowing? Because I think it's quite interesting, actually, because for me, normally when I'm on the job, I feel fine. It's the auditions that I feel more, well, I used to feel debilitating nervousness. Oh my God, I used to get really in my head, imposter syndrome, think that I wasn't good enough, think that other people would get it, that I didn't deserve it. All these thoughts would come into my head, sometimes unconsciously. I didn't even know they were there. And yeah, over a period of time, I've been working on it and I've been priming my brain, and I've certainly realised that when I don't prime myself for an audition, even if I'm going to a casting workshop or whatever it is, my performance suffers. I have to prime myself. What is it that you think that you're doing that is still getting the results? Because you are still getting the results. So you say that you're going into your shell, and you say that it is, it's affecting your work, but
that's actually when I've already got the job. That's when it comes in. I love auditions. Right. I love having a new character. I love meeting new people, and I do love that. And I wouldn't say this is throughout the job, because say Rogues is 4 months long, or a show. By the end of it, I'm not. I'm not still. But I don't know. I think when I'm being myself. Then I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what it is that gets me to that point. I know there's certain things, sleep, good sleep, alcohol doesn't help, and eating well, all these other things that is affect your body, then of course affect your mind, affect your day. But it's so hard to say when I finally get comfortable. But and I don't know how to always achieve them, and I think I do try different things every time, and but I'm not very good at analysis.
Writing
I
it down.
I don't really do that.
So you're trying all these different things down, but you're not documenting what works.
No. I think I surefire one. Say if I'm nervous, say if it was a big audition or a big day filming, is to do some serious cardio in the morning, and if you sleep well, even better. And whatnot, but say if I'm in at 8 or whatever, I'll get up at 6 and just hit some cardio, just really get sweaty.
Get that. internal energy out.
And get rid of that cortisol.
Yeah.
And like, because it's so in your head, you just need to just like let it go. So just hit the gym for sure is amazing in the morning. That really helps. And I can walk up to set just like, I'll just go for a run, you know what I mean? Just whatever. And the run's even better, listening to some classical or something. And
Classical?
yeah.
Yeah, really, when
Cool.
you run. Love that.
Yeah, and it helps spark the mind, I think, and it's the most beautiful genre, I'd say. But like doing that, and also like, you know, sometimes I listen to podcasts and you get so jumped up. Like I'm just like American politics at the minute. It's such like trash TV. It's like I don't want to be watching it, but it's like I'm just like listening to it like and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I've got stuff to be thinking about. I've got my family and me to be thinking about. I don't need to be thinking about geopolitics all the time.
Yeah.
Like so, just like listen to some classical, go for a run, clear the mind, breathe. Even better if it's sunrise and you're getting all those UVB rays,
UVB.
the good stuff in the morning. That really helps. If I can get into a swing of that, then I'm myself.
What were you like as a kid?
Probably a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. I never thought I'd like to be like a real bastard, you know, but I was naughty. And then when people tell me now, then I don't think I'd listen. Very outspoken and loud. And, but then, you know, love animals, love outdoors. Quick to anger. I always thought it was cute, but when I look back, I'm like, it was in a cute way, cute, charming way, but who knows? But like, I would fluctuate between emotions a lot.
So it sounded like you were quite a confident child.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I was a bit fat. And
I was a bit ginger.
it was a bit,
Still
so they
am.
bullied us a bit, yeah. I'm still, but like, you know, I think I was always kind of myself, and being that and fat in school, I think people tried to pick on me. In my mind, it never really got me fully down. Maybe I'm still got something in there, you know, that it's residual, but I was always just me. And in the end, I think joining the rugby team helped by bringing those boys on side, who are now still my very best mates. So, yeah, I think I was tried to be me, but kids in school can be cruel.
What do you think your biggest blockage now is?
You know what? It's partly that, and I don't like to think, oh, my trauma. I've gone off the idea. I was listening to some podcasts and about trauma a bit back, and I was like, oh my God, it's everyone else's bloody fault, you know?
But that's the problem, isn't it, with all of this? I've just done a post about this today about trauma and how often it gives us a reason to blame our environment or other people, and then that takes away the accountability from yourself, so you can continue living that same life without making any changes, because there's a blame. And it's not saying that everybody is accountable, you know. Things happen to children when they're kids and they're not accountable, but there is always learning, and if there's not learning for you, you can imprint that learning on someone else, right? So yeah, but I'm intrigued to know, when you say trauma, what do you mean?
Well, that's it. I don't want to consider it as that. Like, kids get bullied in school. Kids do that. That's school, and that's humanity. Like, and my upbringing wasn't bad. Yeah, we were skin, but like, we still did the whole thing. You know, I wasn't wearing burlap sacks, but like, there was no. I don't know. Some people have it a lot worse, for sure, and so I don't want to dwell on it like it was everything and like that's the reason for it all. But lately I have thought that's probably partly my confidence, and I think, you know, this wanting to. I do have a bit of a drive to fit in and like people please, and I think that's come from school. because it's like you got to do that to make people laugh and get people on side because they were giving me grief. And I think that has definitely come across, but I think that's one of the things that presents a challenge to me now, is that just I still people please and I still try and do these things, and it still knocks my confidence, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it is just that, but who knows?
I think so many of us do that. I think so many of us people please.
Yeah.
And you find ways when you're a kid of how you got that love and how you got that attention, how you got that acceptance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yours was to make people laugh, and ironically, you're doing a stand-up.
And I was the only one, and that's why I got into acting. Like, I was doing school plays.
Really?
And getting the applause and the da-da-da. Like, maybe it was the applause. I mean, the applause does feel great, but I don't know what it was, but it gave me then, either it gave me a confidence or it gave me and it also allowed me to go into a new world. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't like exactly this one. You don't like you then you get to be someone else with a completely different story, whom the other characters like, and who apparently all your friends and family and everyone in the audience likes too, because this must trigger some response in humanity, that you are in the tribe, you do fit in, you know what I mean? So I think that led to that, and maybe I'm just still running from it all. Oh my God. I have thought that. I've thought, like, you know, if you delve it into your whatever, the reasons why you're an actor. And then I'm like, I thought I was halfway, like, not halfway through, but I was doing it. I was like, if I delve too deep, will I just not want to be an actor anymore? Because I've dealt with all the stuff.
I think some people fear that, you know, because obviously I coach a lot of actors, and I definitely relate to everything you're saying. When I became someone else, I got to escape the council estate, the netto bags, the ginger hair, the glasses, the bullying. I got to escape all that and felt part of something else. I felt accepted and I felt valued. My mum valued me when I was an actor as well. She loved it. But I think there's an element of people fear that if they work through all of that, then they won't be as driven or they won't be as motivated. But actually what I noticed in my acting is that I became so much more free and spontaneous. Like I stopped acting for other people's approval, stopped doing things based on what I thought they wanted, and I became free. I became so spontaneous. Ironically, it's come at a time and a place where it's probably not serving me as well. Could have done with this information like 10 years ago when I had some really great auditions. But, you know, it's still been an amazing learning curve. But I do think that there is something in that a lot of people come to acting to escape themselves. And I certainly believe through the people I've worked with and through the work that I've done on myself, that it's when you truly accept yourself, your acting like just goes to the next level because you feel so free. You're not inhibited anymore. You're just released. And
a human being is like, you're capable of everything. You know what I mean? Like, people say like, oh, how can I do this when I haven't lived through that, like a divorce, or, you know, I don't know, a character's lost their kids or something traumatic, big, huge, and they're like, how can I? And it's like, I think a human being, by the age of like 16, 18 for sure, you've experienced, you know, there is a here, and you just, if you can flow through it, like just an open book of all you have every emotion. Do you know what I mean? It's capable. You can access them. But yeah, if you're uninhibited, yeah.
And it's the fear, isn't it? It's so many of us, and I don't know about you, I ran away from my insecurities for years. I ran away to the point that I wasn't even aware they were there. I didn't even know that I was insecure as what I was, until I went through a really shit relationship, and I was like, wow, I must have felt really crap about myself to allow certain things to happen. And that was a massive realization of I can't continue like this. And it meant that I had to swallow some really difficult pills. Not drugs. I mean, maybe. But
the drugs helped.
Yeah, the drugs certainly helped. But it was a really tough pill to swallow that I think we spend so much time wanting to be perfect, wanting to be this perfect person for other people. And the minute we start accepting our insecurities is the minute we can start working through them. And the minute we don't put this like idea of perfection, this label of perfection on us anymore, and then we start accepting ourselves, and then changes happen. In my life, massive changes happened. But it really is this like running away from insecurities. Do you feel like you've ever done that? Or do you feel like you are aware your insecurities? Do you feel like you own them? Do you feel like you know what they are?
I think lately I've understood them better. Whether or not I've dealt with them, I've definitely run away from them for years because then that's the only time I've only understood them lately. So yeah.
And what's been responsible for that?
Understanding them. I don't know. I had a great trip of mushrooms. Oops. Yeah.
Every awakening.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't just that. It wasn't just that, but I do think they are beautiful. You know, done in the right time. I don't, recreationally, used ceremonially, I think, incredible. I think it's beautiful stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just getting mature, Maybe it's... yeah, I couldn't say. I just hearing different people getting new stuff. Podcasts have been great, because there's some brilliant podcasts, of course, like this one.
Thanks, Vic.
Yeah,
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah, they're already watching, so you don't have to plug it. But yeah, I think getting that new wealth of information from people all over the world that I don't know where you'd get it earlier. You might get a book, but finding a book like self-improvement books, a million on the shelf, and you choose the one you want to do, but then listen to a podcast and all of a sudden there's something clicks and you're like, oh my God, and yeah, so that's been great. Getting just older, understanding myself, working more.
Because you're at I suppose, quite a pivotal moment in your career. Like, you're getting some really good gigs, working with some amazing people, right?
Yeah.
And it's all very exciting. And I guess I'm wondering if that's partly to do with it as well, in terms of, you're seeing what you want and it's starting to feel a little bit more in reach.
Yeah, maybe. Just understanding maybe like vindication of the process as well, do you know what I mean? Like, I have been at it for like, some years much more serious than others, taking myself more seriously, but I guess it's been like 10 years.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like, I'll say, as in like, I've been acting for about 10 years. I mean, but in the first few years, just unpaid short films and whatnot, and still being an extra, I think. I was an extra for a long time. Yeah, I was definitely an extra 10 years ago. But like, from there to here, and then in the last couple of years, doing Rogues and other jobs. And
what was that like? First day on set?
Well, I told you, I was absolutely shit myself.
Yeah, but how did you deal with that?
I don't know. Don't know if I dealt with it well. I'd rehearsed a lot.
Yeah.
So, and this is it, my rehearsal process keeps changing now. So, like, thinking back then, I'm like, why did I do it like that?
In what way?
I think I came in with too many ideas, you know what I mean? And obviously come in with an idea, but not be so regimented. And then say we moved on, or I was, wasn't finding the camera and stuff, and it's all part of nervousness. Well, literally like hiding from the camera. I'm like, what am I doing? But coming in thinking like, this is how it's going to be, and this is how I'm going to do it, and that's how I did it. But in the moment, I wasn't feeling it, and so it wasn't natural for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You weren't as flexible as what you wanted to be.
Yeah, and whether it looked good or not, I don't know. I could barely bring myself to watch anything I've done.
Is that right?
Yeah, but maybe that's like symptomatic of confidence, I suppose, or lack thereof. But yeah, first I don't know. I just wish now that I would obviously know my lines, but not in any way, not in any particular way. I think. There's ways around it, and for my next job, that's what I'm going to be like.
And this is the thing, it takes a certain amount of confidence and self-trust to kind of go on set and afford yourself that flexibility. I think a lot of the students I teach, they want the control because it makes them feel safer. But if you've got that safety within yourself, then you don't need the control because you know that no matter what happens, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
good. It's something I've definitely been working on in the last few years in terms of performance, is that just knowing that you don't have to, like, I used to, like, got a sad scene today, put it on a pedestal. It's a big moment, and it creates this pressure that it has to be good. And it's so counterintuitive, because you're supposed to be free and allowing yourself to feel things, and then you're also like, it's got to be fucking good, or otherwise I'm never going to work again. And it's like, okay, let's go to work. And it's like,
and one is freedom and love,
Yeah.
and it's expansive, and the other one is contractive, and
Yeah.
it's based on lack and based on judgment,
Yeah.
all those horrible emotions.
Yeah, for sure. And just knowing that, as we were saying, like, you're capable of feeling every emotion at any bloody time. If something happened now, we'd react. Yeah, and so your body is ready for it. And sitting in there, a little bit of zoning for sure. Doing some writing, listen to some music, maybe meditation on set, and then being ready to flow into it, but not thinking like, I'm going to be sad all day because someone dies, and then it might be after lunch before you're doing it, and you're like, and it's like, that's not going to work. But, well, maybe it does. Maybe if you're really, like Daniel Day-Lewis or something, he just stays there and he lives that life. I can see that working
I wonder
too.
how much that affects your own mental health and who you
Oh,
are as a person.
he's spoken about
right?
it. Yeah,
Because your that repetition is just reinforcing that behaviour. Surely, look at Heath Ledger, right?
yeah. And I think there's something to be said for every style, especially when you watch the performances. You're like, great, and how did they get there? Different from everyone else. Yeah. But I think now I want to just go in there, knowing my lines, having burnt off some cortisol, having probably fasted as well. Fasting's good. I think eating really just gets in your head and makes you, can't be crying after lunch. if I've got a big scene to do after lunch, I'm not eating all day. I don't want to say big scene. Don't want to say big scene. No big scenes, just scenes.
If you've got a lengthy,
A lot of dialogue.
scene where you need your brain.
Yeah, anything pretty much. If I'm saying anything after lunch, I won't eat all day. And then at the end I'll be like, what's left on the bloody table?
Is that how we shut you up?
Yeah, it's like, give me the goddamn everything, all the toasties that are left over. You take them all back. But that's it. Just having that confidence that you say, knowing your dialogue, and then just walking in thinking, I will get there. Knowing that you will get there when the time comes, if you just pay attention to your scene partner, and you will get there. Yeah.
Get that focus.
Yeah, and just you're bouncing off them. It's reacting, isn't it? So it's like, as long as they're giving you something, you'd hope. I mean, of course, they usually are, because they're as invested as you. So, yeah, just trusting that it will come, and not thinking, I've got to cry in like three lines coming. She said 1, 2. Okay, it's time for it to cry. It's like, no, so stupid.
Pinching yourself really hard.
Yeah, so stupid. Yeah.
What would you say has been the job that's changed your career?
I say Rogues. Because for Rogues, it was like, I was chilling. I mean, I think we were all chilling because it was 2020. But yeah, that was it's my first big thing.
And how did that come about?
I sent an email to Carleen Crawford.
No way, it came from an email.
Yeah.
There you go, everyone. Right, you took some action.
Yeah.
Inspired action, and you dropped in at the right time, right?
Yeah, that's it. Time and a place. Included a picture of my face in there, and I guess they were looking for soldiers of a certain age, and I was just best timing thing I've ever done.
What did you say to her? Do you remember?
Kiss a bloody job. Kiss a bloody job. No, if you're watching this, Carleen, still forever thankful for taking a chance.
What, did you send a video?
No. I don't think I even had a proper reel together. Or maybe I did, but yeah, I just I sent an email, and that day I could see when they'd read my email as well, which is not good for the mind. But it was like 10 times. I was like, she's read it 10 times.
Can you see that they've read it 10 times?
You can do on certain email providers. Yeah,
I need to look into this.
It's not good for the mind.
Oh, okay.
I think long term, it's like, because people read it 20 times, and you're like, why did they read it 20 times?
Why are people reading emails 20 times?
Yeah, I don't know. Or like, but they might have shared it and then someone else has read it. I don't know. Anyway, it got read a few times at Carleen's place, and then I was like, oh my God. So I went for a run in the sun, and I was like, okay, it's fine. Then I got an email saying, from my agent at the time, saying, this has just come through for a different part actually. But yeah, did that, did like 3 auditions, went to see him in person with the director, Tom Shanky, and shout out to Shanky. And that's it. That turned it around. It was a new lease of life, I suppose.
And how did you feel in that audition?
Great, yeah. The one I spent because obviously I've never had something of that caliber before. 4 scenes from a new show as a lead character, and I was like, I've never done anything like it. So I spent a whole day on that audition, like just filming it. Obviously, I knew the lines. I got like 3 people involved. Someone was moving the camera. I was like, we're going to handheld this one. I'm going to do the whole thing. I had like 2 people reading in, 1 person shooting it. And then after takes, because they're like 4-minute takes, we were like discussing. I was like, I need you guys all day.
But that in itself,
and then I bought them all pizzas.
Right, but that in itself says why you're where you are, right? How many people do that? How many people rush auditions or are too worried about wasting people's time? Right? And we've all felt that. And here you are saying to...
Yeah.
How many people? 3 other people? 2 other people?
I'll
get you some 3 other people. Yeah. I'll get you some pizzas. We're going to spend the whole day together. we're gonna have a table conversation afterwards. Yeah. Well, you set it up like a real filming day.
Yeah. And I wish I do that more often, because I do sometimes rush auditions, of course. And sometimes you got to be rushed. You got other things. You got stuff to do. You have to do your other things in your life. Some of them, obviously, when a tape comes in, I'm like, cancel all of those other things. But you can't cancel everything. But like to spend that whole time, yeah, you get something so much. You just end up with something bad, of course you do. But then in the end, I think the ones we did pick ended up being like the first or second take.
It always is, isn't it?
Isn't it? Because it's the most natural. But yeah.
How confident are you in your personal life?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think it's quite interesting, isn't it, that people can kind of compartmentalise. Like one area is like they're like raring to go, really confident, and then another area they're kind of like, actually that goes on the back burner, and I'm just kind of just putting a cushion over that.
Yeah, it's a weird one. And they're not mutually exclusive as an actor either, I think, because your whole job is you. So it's something I've been trying with. Like I just talking to people. Like I love talking to people, but sometimes I can't like break the ice. Sometimes like chatting someone up as well. I'm terrible with that. Like someone I'd like fancy or whatever, stranger, and you should be able to talk to them. If people want to say I'm not interested, I'm like, okay, sound. But breaking the ice with someone, a stranger, especially if I fancy them. I don't ever do this. I sound like I do this all the time, like I'm some sleazy barfly, but I don't, because I've never had the confidence to talk to someone in a bar like that. But then, like, say if the ice breaks and it's a friend of a friend, and they go, this is Corin, this is that. Then I can talk to a stranger all day. And, if it's something platonic and innocuous, just like a friend or whatever, yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to take the first step, and that's because I'm just living in this fear of how's it going to go, and then inevitably it goes great because I love people, and I love hearing about people's lives. I love hearing about what jobs they do. It's just getting this kind of like, I'm in this world and they're in that world, and it's like, oh, yeah. And then it says something like, you bumped into them, and then it's like, oh no, it's fine, and then, oh yeah, then I'm flying.
When you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, when the interaction begins naturally, I can talk to anyone about anything all day, and I'd love to hear about it. But like, if it's not, I can't. I find it hard to talk to strangers. But that's something I'm trying. My dad trying to get in my head.
Which is so weird.
Talk to anyone, talk to everyone, say hello to people, and so I'm doing it more and more now.
Yeah, because we met on a night out, didn't we? In the beer garden.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't even know how long ago it was.
It's when you find out someone's an actor. Then it's like, oh, really? Then you got like
Yeah, and you were obviously I thought you were very confident then, and we were just chatting, and
That might have been the
I
beer.
borrowed a cig from you. Shouldn't say, I don't smoke now.
No.
Not that I'm judging anyone who does, each to their own, but yeah, I was very, very drunk as well, and yeah, we met in a beer garden and
Alcohol
bonded.
does help with that.
Bonded over acting.
Yeah, exactly. Actors are easy. As soon as you find out someone's an actor, it's easy then, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the energy's on fire, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's something. It's these little confidences. Do you know what I mean? These little, talking to someone on the bus, talking to someone, I don't know, anywhere.
So you're actively leaning into that again.
Yeah.
So you're constantly doing things that scare you.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't really think about it, but
So it's not like a plan. It's like, so I strategically do this. So I'm scared of heights. So I throw myself out of planes and bungee jump and all that. But I'm really scared of heights. Like, I've jumped out of 2 planes. I've done 2 bungees, right? And I went to one of these high treks with the kids, with my nieces and nephews, right? And they're swinging and they're running across, and I'm like, like, still crapping myself over this fear of heights, which is just so innate in me. But I know that the more I do it, the more I push through it, the easier it'll get. And you seem to be doing that just naturally. That's not even a strategy. You're just like, oh, you know what? This scares me.
Yeah,
let's do it.
maybe. If I made it a strategy, then I'd be like, it's work, and then I'd be like,
I won't do it. It's not like a hobby for you. It's like a hobby.
No, but I just don't want to put it again. Just like if I'm trying to make something, like if it sounds too serious, I might This is when I get the lack of confidence is in my mind about things that I consider important. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's important. It's like, oh, how important is it? Oh, it's very important. It's like, oh, well, I can't fuck it up. And then I'm like, and then all of a sudden, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean?
So how do you take that importance away? Because that's such a cool way to look at things. How do you remove their value?
I don't know. I've never even considered doing that. I'm going to try.
Try it.
Yeah. Take away the importance.
I guess you would, like, one of the ways is like you don't look at the outcome, you just look at enjoying the process.
I'd love like a near-death experience, you know what I mean?
You would love one.
Yeah, just like really shook me to my core where I absolutely weigh up my entire existence and I'm like, yeah, fuck everything, yeah, I'll just do anything then.
How long do you think that lasts though? Because obviously...
It can last forever, just keep doing them. I tried to do I'm scared of heights too, and I tried to do a skydive. I was like, yeah, doing it. I bought it for myself on my birthday. I was like, yeah. And then I was too bloody heavy.
Oh, no.
And then it got to it. I was like, well, I've got to lose like 10 kilos. I'm like, okay, I can do that. A year. I had the voucher for a year. And I didn't.
Oh, God.
Sad. Because it has to be a tandem, doesn't it? Yeah. And I was like, can't we just get a skinny one of you guys? Can't you just... Who's the skinniest guy you've got in the sky?
Like lopside in the parachute.
Yeah, just like, I'll be the heavy side. It's like, you got to be 95 kilos or less. And I was 100 and something. Still am. But I was like, can't you just get a little bloody, 45 kilo girl who works at the skydive place? And I'll be the heavy side of things.
Do you think you would have done it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you one of those people I'm one of those people that if I book, my pride gets in the way.
Yeah.
So it's like, I ain't getting up there. There's only one way down.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't even care if it kills me.
I tell them to push me as well. I was like, just push me.
I did
just
that.
Give me the boot.
Did that on the bungee. The bungee was worse than the skydive.
Yeah, because you can see the
floor.
see the floor.
You know, when you're up in the
you
plane,
can see death.
It doesn't really feel as real. You're like, oh, there's a cloud.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just, and the guy is like pushing you as you go right to the end, and then it's when you're leaning over and you're like, what am I doing with my life? And then, so I've done 2 jumps. One was the 10,000 and one was the 15,000. On the 10,000, I enjoyed every single minute. The second one was the 15,000. The 15,000 one hurt my ears. And on the way down, I'm not going to lie, the other one I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is brilliant. I don't know if it's because it was the second time. The second one I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I could die. Oh my God, this is amazing. I could die.
You could definitely die.
It kind of altered my experience. That fear coming in altered my experience. I didn't enjoy it as much, and it was very loud. I would definitely recommend the 10,000 one if you manage to.
It's probably because you were screaming so much.
No, I don't know. I think I did scream actually. I don't think I did because I filmed it. But some people actually pass out.
I bet. Yeah.
They pass out and throw up. Do you imagine?
I bet the instructors hate that one.
Oh, vile.
Just right here.
Oh, stop. So, what advice would you give to new actors? Because obviously we're in quite a difficult industry, right? And well, you're at this stage of your career where things are starting to move, but there's still moments that you're unemployed.
Oh, yeah.
How does that feel?
Like right now? Like sitting here on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. So you don't even know the bloody days. That's when you know you're unemployed. I was done this. I was like, I've always, sorry, this is a little side note, but all these years thinking like, oh yeah, it's Friday, it's Saturday, oh, it's a Sunday. And I'm like, why the fuck do I care? I've not had a day job for, I've not had a day job for years.
Every day's a Saturday.
I know, but it's just like, I'm like, oh, Monday. I'm like, what is Monday to me? It doesn't matter. Like, if you're unemployed, it does not matter. There is no Friday. Friday means nothing. Maybe it's just because all my friends that do have jobs, that's when they get to play out.
Yeah, you get to see them.
Yeah, exactly. But was it advice? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, advice, because you're at, like I said, you're at this stage where sometimes the work is coming in, but then you've got to, how does it feel when the work's not coming in? Because you're in Rogue Heroes. It's not like, I mean, maybe it is. Would you feel comfortable just getting a day job in a supermarket? Do you know what I mean?
I should have done that, yeah.
Right, do you know what I mean? Like, how do you navigate that? And what advice would you give to people? There's two questions there, sorry to be confusing.
I think working as much as possible is because this is the thing as well, and I think when you're starting to get jobs that are paying, then you can fall into the trap of, oh, this is going to last forever. You know what I mean? And also you fall into the trap of like the business trap, the finance trap, where you're like, I am now worth this, and this is what I'm worth, and I won't go any lower. It's like, that was never the point for anyone, any actor listening, and for us, it was never ever the point. Being paid is a bonus to do what you love. Do you know what I mean? And like, I was on a short film the other day. I've been offered another one, and I'm going to do that. And I was out helping my mates film and like doing some running and stuff. And it's like, cause I love acting. Do you know what I mean? And I'll do, super low pay. Sometimes I'm like, I won't do it for free anymore because it's like, it's costing me money to get here. And, I've got no money coming in, so find equity minimum for us, would you?
Yeah.
But like for sure, working on shorts and working on anything, because or just doing any acting. You know what I mean? Like someone asked me, I was doing an R&D session. This was a whole day of doing stuff, and I don't know if anyone's like this. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth or whatever, but it's like, thinking that you don't have to do these things anymore. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to. You never had to do any of it. You do this because we love doing it. So if someone wants to do a read through a play and I get to play a character and we're spending the day there, sweet. Yeah. If someone wants to, I need you for one scene in a short, can you come? Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? I meet loads of people. I get to act. And that's the whole point. You get to do the thing you love.
100%.
You know what I mean? And doing it as much as possible is the way. And people sitting there waiting for the phone to ring for like a good paid job. It's like, that's not, the money's the money. You could be doing like a little side hustle in the meantime, for sure. If it's about the money, whilst you still got, and it's probably good 'cause it structures days and stuff, but like just doing it as much as possible. Anyone asks you to come on set, anyone, like, you want to get a little scene going with your friends, do it, And right now I'm writing as well. That helps my day. I've written a film, and I'm on the 7th bloody draft. Driving me around the bend a bit.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's been good. It's I do like to look back and think, I don't, but it's been a good achievement. But like it's driving me crazy. But it is.
Yeah.
It's just a great thing to do. It's I think actors should start writing if they're not already, because you're just immersed in story. Just like, that's what you like doing as an actor, being immersed in story. And that's what writing does too, of course. So yeah, just do stuff.
I think people fall in the trap, and it's not just even actors, is it? It's in general, like people fall in the trap of thinking that a career has this kind of trajectory, don't they? And it's not always the case. And I think some people stay stagnating in jobs that they don't like day to day because they're scared of changing and not having the right skills or taking a pay cut or, you know, and we spend the majority of our time working. We should enjoy it. That's what we're doing it for.
100%.
But I think you're totally right. Actors are exactly the same, and I'm the same as you. If I see a role and I'm excited, I definitely agree with you. I think we all deserve to be paid, but yeah, if I'm getting paid equity minimum to do some role that excites me, that fills me up, I'm on, and you know what it's like, isn't it, when you're doing something? And that's another thing that I've had to learn, not just taking every role. That was a massive learning curve because when I first graduated and was first in this industry, I was taking everything because of this lack mentality. Whereas now I'm reading it and I'm like, does it excite me? Because I owe that to the production company as well and to the director.
Yeah, for sure. But that's it. Like, but loads of things excite us. Do you know what I mean? There's so many reasons to take a role.
Yeah.
You know, just you like the character, you like the director, the writer. You get to go somewhere.
Get to meet new people.
You get to meet new people. You get paid. There's so many reasons. And like, I think a lot of people get bogged down on the money, and a lot of people get bogged down on, will it be an upward slope for me, an upward trajectory? And it's like, yeah, but are you going to go to a city you've never been to before? Are you going to travel to a different country? Are you going to, you know, like...
what experience are you going to get from this?
Yeah, there's so many things.
Yeah.
So many things, so many reasons to do it. It's your life. It's not just like this thing. It's not just a job. It is your entire, this is your life. Like, everything that happens to you is your life. So... you got to weigh it all up when you.
But you can hear you're doing it for the right reasons, because I think some people come into this industry, you know, for X, Y, Z.
For money.
Yeah, well, some people do. It's quite shocking, but for validation and for, you know, for various different reasons, and you're doing it for the joy and for the love, and that's why you're getting the roles, and that's why people are reusing you, and that's why you're doing so well, probably because they can see the passion within you, and when you're talking about it, I can hear it. So I'm wondering, as we end, what's next for you, and how can we see your work?
Well, got this film Waste Man coming out. I think it should be the end of the year, or at least some trailers and whatnot. But that'd be great. Have some amazing actors and director. It's gonna be good. Brutal, gritty British prison. And I'm the baddie.
Can't wait.
And then my film I'm still working on. Nothing as of yet, but we're hopefully going to be getting that to fruition and towards the end of the year, hopefully. Maybe shoot at the end of the year. And then
quick.
Hopefully. We've got some key people already involved, so just need to start putting some schedules together and bringing in some cast members. Got some good people attached already. And then... yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I just sent off a couple of auditions last week, so there you go. Yeah, and who knows about maybe season 3 of who knows?
Yeah,
we're still waiting to hear back, but yeah.
Oh well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's beautiful having you.
It's been great.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Have a lovely one.